In these two verses of Bhagavad-Gita, Lord Krishna is teaching how one should behave, especially in the situation of happiness and distress. Because these are the two experiences that we all go through and we keep getting disturbed. Both when happiness comes and distress, dukkha comes. So how should one behave? Now one may wonder, what is there to behave? Means happiness, distress. Actually, they kind of disturb our consciousness. We behave differently when there is happiness. We behave differently when there is distress or sad situations. Especially, people stop doing their duties in these two situations. When happiness comes, they say, oh, now we will take break. Now we will not work. We will enjoy. Or today I need not work. Today I need not do my duties. I will enjoy. I will rest. I will take a break. I will marry. I will enjoy. I'll indulge. So this is one attitude. When there is dukkha because of many things. Maybe there is loss. Maybe there is, someone has left you, betrayed you in relationship. There is dukkha. Or you have failed in your attempt, maybe in your examination or in your business. You have failed, you have not got success. Or maybe someone has humiliated you, insulted you, apamana. Because of loss, because of insult, because of so many things, we can all go through dukkha. At that time, what do we generally do? We simply go and sleep. We don't do our work. We have no interest to do our duties. My mind is not well. I'm upset. So that's why I'm not doing my service. That's why I will not do my sadhana. Or in the case of others, they may say, today I'll not go to office. Today I'll not cook. Today I'll not do. So this is how we do. So Krishna is saying, what should be our behavior when we go through these situations? So for this, we need to understand what is Vedic perspective of life. The Vedic perspective of life is that it's very clear to everyone in the Vedic culture that we have to get liberation in the human form of life. There's no doubt about it. It is like anybody who joins school or college, they're very clear why they are in school and college. They know that I need to pass this examination. I need to get my education. I have to clear my examination. Nobody has a doubt about it after joining a school or college. Why I am in school? There's no doubt that, oh, I am in college for enjoyment. Oh, I am in college to find my life partner here. Oh, I'm in college for playing only sports. They all can be there. You can play sports. You can participate in extracurricular activities. You can do all those things, but not at the cost of failing in your exam. Not at the cost of not finishing your education. They can be there, but not at the cost of this. Similarly, the Vedic culture says the goal of your human form of life is amritatvaya kalpate. To get moksha, to get liberation, to get out of this material world. Like we are in college, to get education, to get my graduation, to get my degree. So everything I do should take me towards that, to complete my education, to get me a graduation. So I cannot have any doubt after joining college. I've come here for some kind of a fun and enjoyment and all. So today, that is the problem with this civilization. So they don't know why they have taken birth. There is no education. So they have taken birth and they have assumed. They have concluded wrongly that we are here to simply enjoy our life. So enjoyment is the only purpose. And when the enjoyment keep getting disturbed, so they deviate from their duties. First of all, there is no duty also. Everything is only sense gratification. So there is no purpose. Now here Prabhupada is mentioning, and Krishna is also mentioning that, see, there will be many things keep coming, keep going. Agama, apayana. Agama means coming, apayana means going. They come and go, like winter, like rainy season, like summer. But you never stop going to your office. You never stop going to your college. Despite whatever season, we go to our school, college. Similarly, like the seasons keep changing, like the weathers keep changing, the situations in our life, mana, apamana, shita, ushna, sukha, dukkha, jaya, apajaya, labha, alabha, profit, loss, victory, defeat, respect and humiliation, happiness and distress, these keep coming and going. They keep changing like seasons. But you cannot stop your responsibilities, your duties towards your liberation, towards our moksha. And through your day-to-day life. Not that you have something else to do. Actually, the Vedic civilization is so wonderful that your normal day-to-day work, if you do it as per Bhakti Yoga standard, that itself will take you towards liberation. Your cooking, you cook in according to Bhakti Yoga principle, that will take you towards moksha. You're going to school, college, you do that as per Bhakti Yoga standard, that will take you towards moksha. You're doing business, you're going to office for your livelihood, and you do that as per Dharma Shastra, as per Bhakti Yoga principle, that duty itself will take you towards moksha. But one cannot abandon, one cannot stop our activities, our duties, our responsibilities when we go through all these things. Today, what is happening in the society? People go through depression. People say that now I'm no more interested, so I've abandoned it. I'm not doing my work anymore. I'm simply sitting, I'm sulking, I'm weeping, I'm crying, or I'm just there, not doing anything. So how should one behave? Very clearly Krishna says, Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Hey Kaunteya, hey Arjuna, Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkada, you keep getting all these things, they come and go, Agama, Paina, but you have to tolerate them. Tolerate and do what? Tolerate and do your responsibilities. Don't stop your responsibilities. Don't never stop your responsibility. Responsibilities have to go on. Something very sad thing happened. Oh, I'm so dull and upset. Somebody scolded you. Or you failed in your exam. Or your business didn't take off. You made loss. So I'm so sad. I say, I'll not go to temple. I'll not go to school, college. I will not chant today. People say nowadays, something is not going well, Prabhu. That's why my chanting is not happening. No. If you want amritatvaya, moksha, liberation, Krishna says, na vyathayante te purusham purusharshabha samadukha sukha. You have to learn to be equal in all the situation. Dhiram. You have to become dhira. Dhira means the one who is not disturbed in any of the situation. What does it mean? Does it mean that when dukkha comes, I should not cry? When loss happens in my life, I should not feel upset about it? Does it mean when I'm hurt, when something has happened in my life, like a stone, I'm sitting, there are no emotions in me? This is not what Bhagavad-Gita is saying. You may cry, you may lament, you may express your emotions 100%, but you won't stop your responsibilities. Bhagavad-Gita never teaches you become emotionless. That is not the meaning of samadukha sukha. Or you have to become equal means you become emotionless. Like let's say you're crying because something has happened to you and somebody is coming and telling you, what kind of spiritualist are you? Why are you crying? You're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to be dhira. No, that is not the meaning. You can express yourself emotionally. Now, we'll see one instance from Ramayana and see how Lord Ram himself is teaching this aspect, this principle. Because Martyavataram Martya Shikshanam, avatar of the Lord is to teach all of us how to behave in our life. This incident comes in Aranyakanda when Sita has been kidnapped by Ravan. When Lord Ram comes and discovers that Sita is no more in the ashram, Chitrakuta Paranashram, and he's frantically searching for Sita everywhere and he doesn't find Sita, and Ram becomes extremely aggrieved, grief-stricken, upset that Sita is not there. He's really affected by that. It's a dukkha, loss of his beloved wife, right? So now how much he's crying, how much he's expressing his dukkha, let us see. He's asking, he's saying, Asti kachit tvaya drishta sa kadamba priya priya. Hey kadamba tree, in the forest, whom do you find to ask? There are no human beings. Only Ram and Lakshmana are there, except that only trees and plants and birds and animals are there. So now Ram is so aggrieved, he starts speaking to trees. He says, Asti kachit tvaya drishta. Drishta means seeing. Kadamba, hey Kadamba tree, did you see Priya Priya? Did you see my dear Sita? Did you see Kadamba? Kadamba yadi janishe shamsa Sitam Shubha Ananam. My dear wife Sita, who has a beautiful auspicious face, Shubhananam. Did you see her? And then Kadamba is not responding because trees don't speak. And then he turns towards another variety of tree, Bilva tree. And then he is asking, Snigdha Pallava Shankasham. He says, Pita Kausheya Vasinam, Shamsasva Yadi Sa Drishtva, Bilva Bilva Apasthani. Hey Bilva, did you see my wife Sita, who is wearing the yellow color sari? Did you see her? He's asking Bilva tree. He's become a madman. He's speaking to trees and Kadamba tree, Bilva tree, and both of them are not responding. And next is turning towards another variety of tree, Arjuna tree. Athava Arjuna Shamsam Tvaya Priyam Tam Arjuna Priyam. He says, oh Arjuna tree, did you see my beloved Sita? And then he is asking, like this Kadamba tree, Bilva tree, Arjuna tree, and now no trees are responding to Ram. And now he's speaking to the creepers who are, taken shelter of the trees. And he's asking, Kakusta Kakubha. He's saying that, oh, creepers, Lata. In Sanskrit, the creepers are called Lata. Lata Pallava Pushpa. He's asking, Bhati Esha Vanaspatim. Did you all see my wife Sita? Every trees he's asking. And now trees are not responding, the creepers are not responding. And then he is speaking to the flowers in the creepers. Oh, my dear flowers, did you see my wife? And they are also not responding. And then he is speaking to birds. Then they are not responding. Then he is speaking to the animals. And nobody is responding. And then what is he saying to Lakshmana? When no one is responding and he is searching everywhere, he didn't find. He's so much affected, he's expressing, Ha Lakshmana Mahabaho, Pashyase Tvam Priyam Kvachit, Ha Priye Kwa Gata Bhadre, Ha Site Iti Punah Punaha. Ha Lakshmana, hey Lakshman, Mahabaho, you're so powerful, but you're not able to take away my dukkha. I'm in so much dukkha. Tvam priyam kvachit. I've lost my beloved wife. Hey Lakshmana, without Sita, I cannot be alive. And he says, Sitaya rahito aham. Sitaya rahito aham. Vainahi jivami Lakshana. Hey Lakshmana, nahi jivami. I cannot be alive without Sita. Sitaya rahita na jivami. I cannot be alive without Sita. So what is he saying? Vritam shokena mahata sita haranena mam. This shoka means what? Grief. This distress. This distress is going to kill me. I will not be alive. We know why I'll not be alive? Like fire burns and kills you. Like that, the fire of this dukkha of losing Sita is going to kill me. Sitaya rahito aham vainahi jivami lakshmana vritam shokena mahata Sita haranena mam. See how Ram is expressing his dukkha. His situation is very, very precarious. He has lost his wife. Not just lost, that loss has affected him to the extent of saying, I can't be alive. Right? Next he says, Paraloke Maharajo Nunam Drishyati me Pita. Pita, my father, who is already dead and he has already gone to Paraloka, he will see me very soon. What does it mean? That I will also die and go to the place where my father is there. So he will see me there very soon. Paraloke Maharaja, my Pita, he will see me. Drishyati Nunam. Very soon he will see me. Because I will also die and I will also go. I can't be alive without my wife Sita. Tatma mutsrujyahi vane. Hey Lakshmana, you leave me. You leave me. Don't be with me. You know what you do? Gacha Ayodhya Purim Shubham. Gacha. Please go back to Ayodhya Purim. You leave me. You leave my case. I'm finished. I'm gone. There's no use in being with me now because I will die without Sita. Gacha Ayodhya Purim Shubham. You go back to that auspicious city Ayodhya. And you go and you be there. You be there. Natu aham tam vinasitam jivayam. Aham tam vinasitam. Without Sita, jivayam na kancha kathanchana. I will not be alive. I will die. Can you see here how much Ram is affected, crying, lamenting? In Ramayana, in Aranyakanda section, this Rama crying for Sita is there in the 5 chapters. How many chapters? 5 chapters continuously. 1 chapter full, Lord Ram begging trees, creepers, flowers, birds, animals, crying and begging them. Can you please tell me where is Sita? Where is Sita? In another chapter, he's going and searching everywhere, crying. In another chapter, Lakshmana is trying to console and Ram is crying. And the last chapter, Ram is so aggrieved and he's saying that now I'm going to take my arrows and destroy the whole world. Now, this world without my wife Sita and these devatas, if they don't return my wife, I will destroy. See, basically, what we see in this example is how Ram is expressive. He's expressive about his dukkha. In our life also, we can also be affected with dukkha. Means what? Some loss happens. Does it mean I shouldn't be going through that feelings and emotions? Shouldn't be crying? I shouldn't express when people come to me. So should I not express? Should I not talk about it? Should I not be sad? What is that? You can express because as a soul, it is your quality to experience. Experiencing ability is a symptom of soul. You're experiencing dukkha. Krishna is not saying don't experience dukkha. Dukkha will come and go. That's a different thing. But don't be disturbed. What do you mean by disturbed? Disturbed is not equal to not expressing. Don't get disturbed doesn't mean don't express. It means that don't stop your prescribed duties, responsibilities, your activities. That you cannot stop. So what do we see in the case of Lord Ram in the same situation? So like this crying and lamenting when, Ram searching everywhere, they come across, Ram and Lakshman, they come across Jatayu. So the story is that when Ravan was kidnapping Mother Sita, Jatayu sees. And immediately Jatayu springs into action, jumps into sky, and there's a fierce battle with Ravan. Jatayu was old. Jatayu was 60,000 years old by then. He was not young to fight Ravan, but even then he fought with Ravan. So badly he fought, Jatayu destroyed Ravana's Ratha. Jatayu destroyed the donkeys that were pulling that Ravana's Ratha in the sky. Jatayu destroyed the bow and arrow of Ravana. Jatayu attacked Ravana so badly that Ravan literally he fell and again he had to stand up and he had to fight. So Jatayu gave a tough battle. Jatayu knew very well that I will not be able to kill this Ravan, but that didn't stop Jatayu. So finally what Ravan did, he took his sword and cut off the wings of the Jatayu and the legs of the Jatayu. And the Jatayu was severely attacked by Ravan, and Jatayu fell on the ground. It was fully in blood and it was heavily breathing. It was not able to even breathe. It was bleeding and going through acute pain, the pain of death the Jatayu was going through. And when Lord Ram and Lakshman, when they come across Jatayu, the Jatayu was breathing his last. And then Jatayu spoke to Ram and Lakshman and told what happened and said how that evil Ravan has kidnapped Sita and how Sita was crying and asking, Ram, please come and save me, help. So Jatayu gave this information that Ravan kidnapped and he took Ravan to his place. So this information Jatayu gave. And Jatayu died on the lap of Ravana. So what did Rama do at that time? Now, Ram himself is going through so much of pain of losing Sita. So much of pain that he is saying, Lakshman, Vina Sita na jivayami. I will not be alive without Sita. Already he has reached that point that I can't be alive without Sita. And he's saying, Gacha Ayodhya Purim. Go back to Ayodhya. I'm going to die here out of distress. On top of that, one more distress now. What is that? You are seeing somebody who is dying for your sake. You lost somebody and now you lost another person who fought for you and who died for you. And now what is Ram saying? He says, Aneka varshiko yatva tu chirakala samupastita aneka varsha. He's telling Ram is telling to Lakshmana, aneka varsha, this Jatayu has lived for so many years, 60,000 years. So I am adahataha. Hataha, now he is dead. He is being killed. Why? For my sake. Look at this Lakshmana, how sad situation I am in. He died for me. And even though Ram was in this kind of a situation, what did Ram do? He never abandoned his responsibilities. He said, Bahuni rakshasam vase varshani vasata sukham anena dandakaranye virshinam iha pakshina. This pakshi, this Jatayu has lived for long time. But now this Rakshasa, Ravana, has killed this pakshi. Saumitre, hey Saumitre. What do you mean by Saumitre? Son of Sumitra. That is Lakshmana. Saumitre harakashtani nimartishyami pavakam gridrarajam didikshami matkrite nidhanam gatam. Hey Lakshmana, go and bring the firewood. Go and bring the firewood. Now I will perform the final rites of this Jatayu. This is the responsibility that Ram is doing. He is not saying, oh, I'm in pain, I'm crying, Already I am going through pain of losing Sita. Now I have lost this Jatayu also, my father's friend, my guardian, my well-wisher, and who fought for me, for my wife, and I died. So I am not in a position to do anything. He is so much pain, but he is telling Lakshmana, Saumitre harakashtani. Go and bring the kashta. Kashta means the dry wood. Nimarthishyami pavakam. I will set fire. Pavakam. Right? I will perform the duties, the final rites. Natham patagalokasya chitam aropayami. I will personally place this Jatayu on the chita. Chitam aropayami aham imam dhakshyami saumitre hatam raudrena rakshasa. This terrible demon Ravana has killed this Pakshi Jatayu. So I will perform the final rites. Please go and bring the firewood. Yagati. Then what did Lakshmana do? He goes and brings the firewood. And they create the chitta. And then Ram is placing Jatayu's dead body on top of the chitta. And now Ram is saying, he's saying, Yagati yajna shilanam ahita agne cha yagatihi apara avartinam yacha bhumi bhad pradayinam. See what Ram is saying. Yagatihi. Hey Jatayu, you will attain that destination. Gati. Gati means destination. Yagati yajna shilanam. Those who are expert in doing yajnas. Yagati yajna shila. Shila means expert. Those who know 100% well what yajna shilanam, and they're engaged in performing the yajnas. Yagati yajna shilanam ahita agnecha yagatihi. That destination you will reach. And what is the destination? Apara avartinam. By reaching there, you will not come back once again to this world. And that is spiritual world, Vaikuntha. Apara avartinam yachaya bhumi pradayinam. You will not come back to this bhumi once again. You will reach that destination. I'm going to perform you such a final rites that because of this final rites, you'll go to that destination that you'll come back to this world once again. Mayatvam samugnato gachalokam anuttamam. Maya. I'm, by me, that this final rites that I'm performing you, Griddha Raja, hey king of all the birds, Mahasattvam Samskritam Chaya Maya Vrajaha, you will go back to that place. Where the best of the best world you will go. So that what we see here is Lord Ram is setting an example to all of us that he himself was going through so much of pain of losing his wife Sita. He didn't tell Lakshmana, hey, just now Jatayu told, no, Ravana is kidnapped. Come on, let's not waste time. Let's not waste time by doing this Antya Samskar of this Jatayu. Let's quickly go and find that Ravana. Let us save Sita. You see, he came to know from Jatayu that Ravana is kidnapped. So Ram is not saying that, oh, come on, let's go. Let's not waste time. No, he's doing his duty. Duty of doing Antya Sanskar, final rites. So this is the meaning that Krishna is communicating. If you maintain this standard of life, then Krishna says that you become eligible for liberation. There will be many distractions. The distraction could be happiness, distraction could be distress. Distraction could be victory, distraction could be defeat or loss. Distraction could be profit, or distraction could be loss. Distraction could be so much of respect. Distraction could be so much of humiliation. But in all the situation, when you're going through, you can experience it. You can express it. But you cannot stop your responsibilities. When you're in college, let's say there is some sports day, you can play sports, but you cannot stop your responsibility of preparing for your exam. Maybe there is an annual day, there is some dance and this and that, you can attend. You can go through it, but you cannot stop your responsibility of preparing for your exam. So that is what Krishna is saying. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkada. As long as you have body, you have mind, these experience called sukha, dukkha, shita, ushna, mana, apamana, jaya, apajaya, they'll continue to come. But you cannot stop your responsibility. We cannot say, I'm so sad, so I'll not do any service today. I'll just go and sleep. I'm upset. My mood is not good. Today some defeat happened, loss happened, so no, I'll not chant, I'll not go to temple, or I'll not attend class, I'll not do my service. No. If you are serious about going back to Godhead, serious about going to Vaikuntha, serious about getting moksha, we can never stop our sadhana, spiritual responsibilities. We have to continue. We have to do our duties. There's no way we can stop. And Krishna is saying this in the context of the war that Arjuna was asking. Arjuna said, I cannot fight. Why I cannot fight? He's saying they are my people. And so it is such a big dukkha for me. Killing my own people, fighting against my own people. Yes, it may be, but what is your responsibility? Your responsibility as a Kshatriya is to fight for religious principles, to establish dharma. Because by fighting for dharma samstapana, Arjuna will get liberation. Likewise, you have to do your duty. You should go to school, you should go to college, you should go to your office, you should do your services in your home, cleaning, cooking, washing, shopping, taking care of the children, taking care of the family members, but all that within the dharma principle, as per the dharma principle. And when you don't stop it, continue to do it despite all those things, that is when our liberation, or going back to Godhead, spiritual advancement is guaranteed. A person who never stops his service, sadhana, even when all these situations he is going through, is clearly visible that he has made spiritual advancement. He has made spiritual advancement. That is why, despite all these things, he has not stopped his service. An example is Prabhupada himself. Prabhupada went through so many situations like loss. His own company, factory was set on fire. The entire factory was ruined. His business was ruined because the factory was set on fire. And then there were so many situations where the people were not giving any help, no support. There was no money. Nobody was supporting, there was no money. He had a desire to print Srimad Bhagavatam book, but there was no money to print Bhagavatam book. So what he used to do? He used to personally go to printing press. He would ask them, please print. There was no paper available those days. Paper was very expensive. Somehow he would arrange the money to get paper and personally print, get it printed, and there was no money to cut that after printing, bind it. He would personally sit and cut because there is no money to hire people to do. So he would tell printing press people, you just print and give me. I will sit down, I will cut, I will pin it, I will bind it. And then there was no money to go send people to go and distribute books. So he would himself personally go door to door and distribute it. So he never stopped his responsibility in the absence of resources like money, in the absence of help of people. No, people were not helping. He didn't stop his responsibility. There were a lot of discouragement. His own god brothers were ill-treating him. They were not encouraging him, but he never stopped it. So Prabhupada himself is an example how one should behave in the situation of Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha, Mana, Apamana, Jaya, Apajaya. And such a person, so Amrutayatva kalpate. Saha means he. He who doesn't get disturbed means the one who doesn't stop his sadhana and service. He becomes eligible for. So sukha, dukkha, you can express, but that should not block you, that should not stop you from your services, doing this. This is the principle that we learn from this verse. So with this, we'll stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.